Good morning, Discord. Good morning, YouTube. 1 minute till opening bell. All right, today we're gonna see if we can make enough money to buy, what is it? Carbon fiber toothpicks. All right, so I think there's some more economic data this morning. We're gonna see how that, how the market reacts to it. There was a slight push down in the pre-market and opening bell. All right, let's see what we got. Ooh, look at this. Okay, so early candles. If we miss this big dump, then we miss the big dump. We don't like to gamble. We're gonna wait for the structure to set up. But wow, look at this dump right here. If we miss it, we miss it. I know. I know it looks really juicy right now to get in on these puts. I know it looked extremely juicy to get on in these puts. But let's have some patience. Let's at least tag some of these key levels right here, and we'll see how we react to 556.24 and 559.61. I want to see how we react to at least these two right here. Ignore the early algos. I will tell you when I have a good beat on them. And I think TradingView might have done some type of change, because it's adding extra options that I don't need or I don't want. Might be useful though. Yeah, all of yesterday's stream was not all of it, but a good majority of it was a wash. I didn't even realize I had updates, I guess, on the computer or something, or maybe I did something, I don't know, but the whole YouTube stream yesterday was a wash. Most of it. This was a pretty strong opening. Let's just see how we react off of the 559.61 and 556.24. Let's see what the market wants to do from there. And also, I realize I've been calling really early, not calling, but you know, possibly identifying some really early entries, and I know it's been working a lot. You know, within the first, yesterday was like 8 minutes or 9 minutes in, we made that first call for the put. I think that is just me and my personal trading habits. I'm gonna try to restrain from doing that, because it would be safer for everyone else to have more confirmation, right? That's all. So I'm gonna try to allow more structure to build up, because I don't want you guys to, I'm not gonna say gamble like I do, but those early like 9-minute calls, that's you know, that's me, and I don't want you guys to trade like that. And I know we've been having really good success with it, but it's not the safe thing. And I always promote risk mitigation, right? Least amount of risk. That's what I always promote, and I have to practice what I preach. So I'm going to allow a little more time to develop before I start making these early call outs, because it's hasn't been working. Yes. Is it safe? Probably not. You know, I want you guys to build your account first, and then, you know, once you get that account built up to a comfortable level, then we'll talk, you know, then we'll, maybe I'll make a separate, maybe I can make a separate chart for some of the more advanced traders, and then the new traders will go off a different chart. And you know, I get it. It's been working literally every day, you know, within, I think yesterday was like 8 minutes in or something like that. 8 minutes, and we already knew exactly what was going to happen. Day before that, like 14 minutes in. And I don't want to say it's luck, but it's not something I like to practice often in this environment where there's new traders who have never picked up, who came in saying, you know, how do I even make this trade, or, you know, what buttons do I push? And it's irresponsible on my part to, you know, I hope you understand what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I'm going to wait a little bit longer for the plays to develop, because I think that is the safest thing to do. And as you see, when we get later on in the day, excuse me, when we get later on in the day, every single day that we've had, when it gets a little bit later, we've been 100%, because it's much easier to trade when you have more to go off of. When you have this little bit of information, like early when I was like, the puts look juicy, right? The puts look juicy, yeah, I get it, but it's a lot easier to trade when you have more to go off of. So I'm going to try to make an effort to not, you know, gamble with everyone else's money. I'm going to allow a little more time, a little more development before I start drawing stuff on the screen. Let me know how you guys feel about that. Would you rather like the much more secure, much safer plays, which I'm assuming everyone's gonna say yes. Rage on that beat, going crazy. But sometimes those little quick hits in the morning, they add up and they pad the rest of the day, right? They allow us to have some room for error later on. But this stuff right here, evil work right here. This is evil work. No rush, let it play out. I haven't figured any algorithms yet. Nothing has been figured out. I might like that magenta, but this purple, no, not a thing. Purple is not a thing. So ideally, I like to see a liquidity grab from up here, right? Yesterday and the day before, it wasn't even testing the upper the upper key level, and it was just pretty much doing this, and then it would drop out of, I think it was what, magenta for most of the week. Maybe I should put the colors all the same so I don't have to keep doing new ones. But I think we made magenta this algo, and every time it would drop out of magenta, that would be our trigger to go short. So I might try to keep them consistent. But yeah, there's no trading here. Look at this chop. You get chopped up real quick. No reason to rush. We're gonna let everything play out. So now my question is, if this purple is valid, which if the purple's valid, I'm looking at these two candles right here. I'm thinking, was this a stop hunt? That's my thought. So this is how I validate these algorithms. Yeah, there's a lot of different factors you need to take into consideration, and then to come up with a plan for your trade, you need to take all of these factors in at the same time, and it takes time to get there, but you'll get there. You'll see. You'll start to notice. Remember, yesterday when I called it, I was saying, look at all these wicks, look at all the wicks that are forming, and we saw the same pattern from the day before. So that's what gave me a little bit of confidence to make that shoulder. To make that shoulder, you know, it was underneath, it was magenta yesterday, but underneath this trend. Because, you know, I'm taking in candle patterns, I'm taking in amount of liquidity built, I'm taking into account patterns from the day before. Many things I'm taking into account before I'm drawing my pathways. Many things I'm taking into account all at the same time. Now we're seeing wick. We're seeing some wicks up here. So we're gonna take it a little slower today. I know we like the quick wins, the quick base hits, and those are fun, and you get excited to start your day. But I think I'm gonna be I'm definitely gonna be more responsible. And I think we've just gotten lucky every single day. I think we've just gotten lucky every single day. Every day is a luck fest. But I wanna, and I like, it's so much easier to trade once you see like the full structure. It's so much easier. That's how I'm 100% when I leave you guys with the gems for the day. That's why I'm 100%, because it's so much easier, and everything just makes sense, and you can pretty much just like set it and forget it, you know, wait for your profit, you set your break even, and then you let the rest run, and then you take your profit whenever you're ready. It's so much easier. That's how I'm literally 100%. And in the morning like this, when I'm making these call outs in the morning, I feel I can actually feel like shaky, but there's the other part of me that I want you guys to win so bad, that I'm pretty much just telling you my trade, like my trades that I do, which I always promise I wouldn't do, because I want you guys to learn on your own, and to assess, to learn how to assess these things. I'm not comfortable with this. This is sideways. If it dumps right now, then it dumps. I'm not comfortable with it. If it dumps, it dumps. We know we're gonna see a test of one of these levels. We did see the wicks. If it dumps, it dumps. And if it's gonna be a thing today, then it might be the break of purple. Break of purple for the down. I haven't verified that yet, so don't quote me on that. But it'll make me feel so much better to have you guys trading on much more secure plays than the ones I do. My account can take a hit or two, but it's irresponsible to allow you guys to do that. So we're gonna let it develop, because it's so much easier. And when your account starts to, this takes time. This takes time. And when you start to see the money rolling in, you'll understand why you can't rush this. And I think I've been rushing it for you guys, trying to you know. Okay, let's see what we got here. Same setup as yesterday. We saw all the wicks coming in. We saw all the wicks coming in. You know, I could draw the shoulder here. I'm not going to. I'm gonna wait. Okay. We already. Sorry. I know. I'm gonna wait a little bit. Let's get a test of one of these key levels first. Same pattern we saw the day before. Actually 2 days in a row. The wicks, the break of this algo right here for the easy down. Quick hit. I would have preferred it to be a little higher. But now you understand what the wicks, right? You see rejection, 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 rejection. This one right here, especially on a green, that was a good rejection. Let it play, let it play. Like the last 2 days we've been taking this trade. The last 2 days we've definitely taken this trade. Exactly the same setup, no difference. Let it play out, no rush, no rush. So if it's gonna go up, what I would like to see is buy. The ideal up scenario looks like this, okay? So like that. That's what the ideal up scenario looks like. Otherwise, let me make some adjustments. So we're still figuring out the algorithms, right? But as of, and you know how they're dynamic, they change. So I have to adjust for these changes when they present themselves. That's why we give it time. No rush. No rush. So you know it will happen. It will happen, right? It's gonna have to happen. It just takes some time. We can't rush it. We cannot rush this. I would have liked this to dig a little bit deeper in this selling channel here. I would like to dig a little bit deeper in the selling channel for this up. So we'll see if that happens. So here's what we know. We're in a significant downtrend, right? It's been downtrend, downtrend, downtrend. We're all the way down to 556. 560 was my level that I was dying to get SPY at 560. And finally it's happening, but now it's digging deeper, right? So I'm not going to jump in just because, oh, okay, hit my level. Well, when I'm saying down to 560, I mean my personal long-term portfolio type deal. I wanted to grab some more at 560. Now I know, hey, let's see where the bottom really is. No rush. No rush. I'd like it to dig a little bit deeper before it heads up, but you don't always get that luxury. So if it does head up, we want it to get back inside purple. If it does head up. But this selling channel is still active. Selling channel still active. And I know it would have been nice to get in on this one right here. I know. Especially with me saying, look at all the wicks, look at all the wicks. Same stuff I said yesterday. Now we're gonna see how it reacts off of 556.41. Okay, now we have something to work off of. Now we got something to work off of. Now we want to see if it breaks the selling channel. Let's see how we react off of this key level right here. Still in the selling channel. So we're not going long until, you know, this is obviously gonna move as time goes on. We're not going long until somewhere above 558. Unless we see the structure set up. But as of now, we're not going long until somewhere over here. Whenever the price reaches this. And yes, I know every other day we would have taken this we would have taken this shoulder right here. I know it, but we're gonna try to be a little more responsible with people's money. I want to teach you the way to actually do this and not, so you know, you can come up with your own ideas on certain things instead of, you know, going off of my, I'm not gonna say risky because I have an idea of what's going on, but you know, every other day, especially with me saying, look at all these wicks, look at all these wicks. In all fairness, I wasn't able to confirm this purple, so I think now we got maybe something on it. I think we got something on it. And remember, I was saying, is this a stop hunt? We're gonna see. Oh, now I'm feeling the FOMO. Especially when you open up with a candle like this, and I was like, I know those puts look juicy. I know they look nice. But we'll stick to the rules. We'll stick to the rules. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got building. Okay, now the FOMO's for real. I wanted to see how we reacted to this level. Alright, we're gonna wait for the setup. We're gonna wait for the setup. So what we want to see is for our next leg down, something like that would be ideal. Something like that would be ideal as of right now. We want to form another purple. Whenever the purple forms, we can't go in now, right? Can't do it now. We gotta wait for the purple to form. Whenever that happens, I'll let you know. Oh boy, is that FOMO real from up here. Man, alright. We're gonna do the quick hits. We're gonna do the quick hits in the morning. We're gonna do the quick hits in the morning. That's what we're gonna do. Get these early wins out the way. But as far as the up scenario, nothing's changed. The up scenario is going to be here and here. So that means that this is going to be your point of contention over here. So this is your 50-50 over here. But we're still in the selling channel, so oh my goodness, the FOMO is... It's okay, it's still early. We got all day. Okay, we'll do the quick hits from now on. We'll do it. We'll do the quick hits from now on. We'll get the accounts up real quick. I think the PPI report came out. Producer price index came out, I think this morning. So we may be seeing reaction to that. Oh my goodness. I'm not gonna FOMO in now. I'm just not. Would it be nice? Oh my goodness. This hurts. This hurts. This actually feels like actual pain. I feel actual pain right now. Ouch. Because I had the beat way up here when I said, look at these wicks. And then I decided to get philosophical. No time for philosophical. We need money on the table here. Still in the selling channel. We have not left the selling channel. Let's leave it open a bit. We'll leave it open a bit. So we're in the downtrend. We're not going to fight the trend. We're looking for put entries until we get up here. That hasn't changed, right? So until we get back up to here, we're looking for puts. The ideal recovery would be right here. Oh, what the hell? What the heck? The ideal recovery would be like this. The break of magenta will be your trigger. We'll see if we... What is going on? All right, give a little bit of pullback. Again, we're gonna look for this setup right here. That'd be ideal. So if it starts to look something like this, oh no, this thing just wants to go. Oh my goodness. It broke right through this key level too. We gotta wait for our setup. We just gotta wait for it. It'll happen. It will happen. If you're an OG in the Discord and you took that because you heard me, because you kind of knew what I was leaning towards, you know what the drill is. But here we go. Let's see what happens here. So as of now, it looks like the purple is going to be your down and the magenta is going to be your up. So if it wants to continue down, again, we're looking for something like this. We got to let these cycles play out. We don't have a choice now. We gotta let these cycles play out. When we're in such a strong selling channel, so the ideal would look like this, but sometimes in a very strong selling channel, it could be like this. So let's just wait. There's no rush. The ideal would be here when you start seeing rejection off of this magenta. That'd be the ideal. Rejection off of this magenta means we're just in a very strong selling channel. There's been no retracement whatsoever. None whatsoever. And this would technically be your 50-50 over here. So 50-50 shot here, 50-50 shot here, or you know, this 50-50 turns to a 70-30 if we get up into here. I'm gonna clean up the chart just a bit. But as far as the calls go, it's still gonna be up here, 558 and change. That hasn't changed. Our indication would be the break of this magenta, right? So if the magenta breaks, that's what we're looking for. Then we're thinking, okay, we're gonna get our calls ready and we're gonna look for our entry. And the entry for the call would be the entry for the call should look something like this. All right, let me show you the paths again really quick. So remember, the ideal for another leg down would be like this. This is why this is your 50-50 shot. And it looks like we rejected off of 554.90 or 79. All right, now we have our setups. Now we have something to go off of, finally. So for the long, for the calls, we want to wait for some support to form along 556.24-ish. If not, if we see rejection, looks like we're rejecting on the bottom. Give it time. There's no rush. Give it time. And then we'll know ideally we'd like it to test this magenta again. That's the ideal. To test the top of this magenta, that's what we want to see. Let's let it play out now. This is the time where we're identifying the proper structure. This is that time right now. Over here, when we normally would have went short, there's no structure. That was just reading candles, right? Look at all the, when I said look at all the rejection, 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 that was that. But now we have something to go off of. This is the type of trading I want you guys to get in your mind, and where the safety is. This is the type of trading where you identify your risks. Over here, we couldn't identify risk. We're going off of strictly what happened yesterday and the day before, which is identical to identical. I know for sure one of you took this trade because you heard me, but I'm not upset that I'm trying to teach you guys the proper way. I'm not upset about that, because eventually you'll get there and you'll understand what I mean by look at all these wicks, look at all these wicks. I was trying to give the hint without, you know, being obvious about it, but now we have something to work off of. So I like this a lot better. Now it's going to be far easier, right? I'm going to clean up the chart. We haven't formed a buying channel yet. We have not formed a buying channel yet. So once that forms, I'll let you know. But you know what the proper setup looks like, right? For the call, we want it to at least break above this, retest, and reject off of it for the call. You know, if you took this head right here, that was your risk. That was your risk to take. That was your risk to take. But the safer bet would be the retest, reject, right? The break, retest, reject. Simple. Simple. And remember, this was your 50-50. That's why this is the 50-50. It could break out of here, or it could continue in the magenta right here. We don't know. So because we don't know, that's why it's a 50-50 shot. I can't tell you what's going to happen from here. What I can tell you is when you start seeing rejection and it gets further away from this magenta, that's probably a clue. Also, when it breaks this purple, that's probably a clue. So for your calls, and your safest call is still going to be up here. Still. This is still the safety call. So now let's see. Let's just let it play out. Let it play out. I'm gonna clean up the chart a bit. Remember what it looks like. I'm gonna clean it up just a bit. We're literally testing the 50-50 right now. We're still at 50-50. We're still at 50-50. So if you take the 50-50 down, right? If you take the put, you know your target, you know, at best, or what you can best hope for is going to be here. It's going to be right here at 554.79. All right, let it play. Let it play. Let it play. So remember, break, retest, reject. That's our best. That is our optimal setup. And if it doesn't present itself, then it doesn't. And if it runs right now and runs without you, oh well. Oh well. There's always another trade around the corner. You didn't miss anything. You didn't miss a thing. Come on, come on, come on. So remember, break of purple will be your confirmation. Break of purple is going to be the confirmation, or your highest likelihood of success. So break of green is going to be your trigger. Break of purple is going to be a confirmation. On the other way, it's going to be break of blue, and then break of magenta. We want to break, retest, and reject. Don't forget. Okay, we're back inside this buying channel almost. Come on. Oh. Feed it. Feed it. If it wants to take its time, it's going to travel along here. Like that. Because remember, not every move has to be a big, and I know we're thinking, oh, momentum candle. Feed it, feed it, feed it. Please, that'll be so great. So we have our criteria, right? Break a purple for the down. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Your safe calls are still going to be up here, right? The safest ones are going to be up here. Somewhere around 558. And then if it does get up here, you want to see this pattern play out right here. Your safe calls are going to be up here. That hasn't changed. Okay, if you took this flexion point here, if you took this, you have to protect the trade, right? You have to put your stops aggressive because we're facing a big downtrend. We're facing a huge downtrend, so take the profit when you can. We know what the criteria is. Take the profit when you can. And if it runs without you, then it runs. No big deal. Protect your trade. Take the profit when you can. Because remember, we still have this. We still have this. If it wants to take its time, we still have this. When it breaks the purple, that'll be, you know, that'll give you some insight on what's going to happen. Feed it. Feed it. Yeah. Amazing. 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 Trade protected. Easy. Easy. Simply amazing. You can't make it up. You cannot make it up. Perfect. Trades protected. You have nothing to worry about. Even if you got filled at the worst possible momentum candle time, right? Even if you got filled at the worst possible time, your trade is protected. You're in profit now, right? Simply amazing. See if we can get some more out of it. Remember, don't forget, we have this. On the break of purple, start thinking about the other direction. If you made some quick money, make quick money. You're fighting a trend. You have to take the profit when you can. You just have to. Don't let the market take anything from you, because they're quick to take it from you. It's hard to get it. All the mental anguish when you're in a trade that you're going through, take your profit. Take it. Why not? Not everything is going to run in a straight line, right? If you want the 15-minute, 20-minute move, then you got to wait 15, 20 minutes. Please keep feeding me. Please keep. Oh, it doesn't get any better. It doesn't get any better. It just can't. It can't get any better than this. It cannot get any better. Come on. If you're a student, you know this is the momentum candle. We already knew this. This is simple. This is too easy. This is too easy. Printing money every single day. That's why we wait. There's no I know, I get it. You know, we could have went in here. Sure. We normally drain every damn dime out of this market. Normally that's what we do. But I'm trying to show you look at the money we're printing. Look at this money. Look at the money we're printing. You can't make it up. Amazing. Simply amazing. This is why you can't listen to indicators. You can't. You simply can't. You had 1, 2. If we get up here, there's going to be your third chance to get in on this with this proper setup, right? It has to look like this. Simply amazing. Simply amazing. Look at this money. When you're doing multiple contracts, this little move is a lot of money. That's more than a doctor's day's work right there. Look at the money we're printing. Easy. This is too easy. Too easy. Perfectly in the selling and the buying channel still. Come on. I had no retracement. This is too easy. This is too easy. Look at the money we are printing. Every day we can do this. Every day. This is why I wanted to teach you. Instead of doing the risky stuff, we do the for sure. Like not the for sure, but it's easier when you have more to go off of. The more data, the better for us. This is what I'm trying to teach you. This is what I'm trying to teach you. As soon as you seen this candle, you knew what time it was. If you're in my Discord, if you've done the homework, if you watch my videos, you knew what time it was right here. Right? Right here. And let's say you took the 50-50 for the put, right? Your stop would have stopped you out. Now you know the for sure path. It's impossible to lose. It's actually impossible. You have to gain that confidence in knowing that the system works. You have to know the system works, and you know, we prove it every single day. There hasn't been one day. You can take a loss somewhere. Let's say you took this 50-50, you saw the wicks and you took it. You have to put a reasonable stop loss. You stop out. This would have, and then once you get stopped out, oh, okay, now I know what's gonna happen. Now I know. Single contracts, you take profit on break of green. Single contracts, take profit on break of green. Multiple contracts, you're taking profit on break of purple. I'll highlight it for you. This is too easy. It's too simple, right? Every day we print. Every single day. And single contracts, if it bounces off of this purple and runs up, you know, you got something. You got something. Eventually you're going to build up your portfolio to where you're doing, you know, 10 contracts at a time, 20, 50 contracts at a time. Eventually you're going to get there, trust me. Simply amazing. You can't make it up. And then now if this bear cycle is weak, if we have a weak bear cycle, then we're going to see, you know, a little bounce right here. We're going to see. We're going to see. We don't know. Take your profit. There's nothing. Look at the money we made from. You can't draw it any better. It's impossible. Right? I was telling you, the reason why I drew the flexion point is because of this key level. Easy. You'll get there. It takes time. Every single day we print money. I love it. I love it. And I'm glad I was able to show you that we don't have to chase every single hunch, right? Even though the beginning of the week, the whole week, it's been these candles right here, these rejection wick, rejection wick, rejection wick, rejection wick. Normally I would have drawn that shoulder. Everyone knows that. All the OGs know that. I normally would have drawn that shoulder, especially on the break of this purple. But I specifically said this morning, I'm going to show you the way it's supposed to be done. And this is how it's supposed to be done. Whatever we just did, that's how. Right? If it wants to head down, look for a little jiggle right here. This is going to be your 50-50. So we broke the green. That's your hint. I would prefer the break of this purple for some more downside. And then again, still break of the purple, you can only hope for hopefully 554.79. We're gonna see if we start a selling channel here. If we don't start a selling channel, then don't even worry about it. Selling channel hasn't started. There's no selling channel yet. Like we're looking out for a weak bear cycle, right? Whew. This is too easy, and this is why multiple contracts, I told you when to get out, right? I highlighted when to get out for multiple contracts. This is too easy. It's too simple. Multiple contracts start moving your stop losses up, right? You've secured even your, now you've secured your your second tranche. You've secured it. I would put a little bit inside to make sure that those also profit. Put a little bit inside, normally it would be underneath here, but you should be following along this purple line. That's where your stops are. This is actually too easy. Look at the money. Oh goodness, look at this money. This is listen, I had a 2.4 GPA. I'm just kidding. This is too easy. This is when you drive Ferraris with 2.4 GPAs at this type of level. We don't need to buy Ferraris, by the way. That's a waste of money. Maybe, we'll see. But look at this money. You cannot make it up. It's happening. Look, I can't draw it any. Oh, I erased the down. Hopefully you guys will start to realize that when you start to see me drawing multiple up scenarios, I'm always going to leave you two paths, right? So you know if one of them loses, where to get the, look at the money. Look at this money. Look at this money. Now we know where to expect a little pullback, right? We know where to expect a little pullback. This is too simple. Multiple contracts, move your stops up. You should be minimum in the bottom of this, or maybe, you know, a little bit more if you want to get. I would take more. I would take a little bit more because we're expecting a little pullback here if it wants to continue. And if you're playing it really safe, you want to wait for this. You want to wait for this if you're playing it safe to go long or to buy calls. Oh, simply amazing. You can't, it doesn't get any better. If you hesitated on any of these plays, you have to get comfortable with it's okay to take a loss. And here's why. It's because you know what the path is the other direction. Now you're simply waiting for the setup. That's it. You're simply waiting for the setup because you know what's going to happen next. And this is why I want to teach you to identify proper structure and not just to go off of, I'm not going to teach you guys. You'll eventually, you're going to know when to go in on stuff like this. Eventually you're going to know. And you heard me hinting this morning about it, and which is why I went on my little rant about being more safer with your money. That's what it is. I realized probably last night or this morning that because I want you guys to win so bad, that I'm telling you my risk tolerance, which is irresponsible on my part. I want to give you the safe calls, the safe plays, so you learn what the safety is. And then eventually you're going to figure out on your own what your risk tolerance is. That was my goal from this morning, and I'm glad everything worked out absolutely perfect. Don't forget this one right here. I'm going to clean up the chart just a bit. It's getting noisy. All the winds are getting noisy. We might be starting a selling channel here. It hasn't started yet. Don't forget this one right here. Don't forget this. So before this heads out, I want to see a little dipsy doodle here before it heads out. If we're gonna, because remember, break of purple was the thing, right? But the reason why this is a 50-50 is because look at this. I also have this here. I also have this here. So this is your 50-50. To go in on the puts, okay. Looks like we started the selling channel. Okay. Watch how easy this is. Watch. Let's see if we start the selling channel. Whew, amazing. Multiple contracts out. Go ahead and take your money. Take your money. Or you might be at exactly break even right now. Technically, you should be exactly break even. Take your money. You should have been chasing it along this purple. So when it got up here, yeah, you should have been along this level here. So that was good money. Didn't make everything we could because this one probably stopped you out. But that's fine. That's fine. That's part of the game. want to leave yourself open to the up scenarios as well. Oh man, that's exciting. All right, let's see how this plays out. Let's see if we stay in this selling channel. Simply amazing. Great morning. Great, absolutely great morning. Phenomenal morning. I love it. And I'm so happy that everyone's here with me, and it just feels good to see everyone win. And I'm not gonna say I got lucky that it all worked out the way I planned from this morning, because I know everyone's pissed at me for not calling this one right here. Because normally, for the newcomers, I would have put this right here, and everyone would have known what that meant. I didn't, and I gave my reasoning why, because I wanted you to see this. This is why I wanted you to see. Don't say we didn't expect a pullback right here. Don't say we Don't say we didn't expect a pullback exactly right here. You can't. You cannot say we did. You can't say we didn't expect a pullback right here. It's actually too easy. Once you learn the system, once you learn it and you start to trust the system, you don't have to, you're not so concerned about losing the $30 or $50, whatever it is in the contract. You know, when you get to a certain level, you're going to be talking about $2,000, $200. You're not going to be worried about that, right? Because the $2,000 loss, that just means you have a $40,000, $30,000 gain on the other side. Trust me, it takes time. You're going to build up to that. Don't rush it. Don't rush it. Go with what you're comfortable with. You should be using your journals to identify the patterns within your own trading. You identify the patterns in your own trading so you know where your mistakes are. This is why I tell you guys to keep a journal. I know it sounds ridiculous to have adults writing and doing homework and stuff like this, but this homework is gonna pay you more than neurosurgery. This homework's gonna pay you more than being a neurosurgeon. And it's like what, 10 minutes out of your day? Crazy. I mean, look at the you can't. This is too easy. And everyone here has the benefit of having the best trader on the internet doing it like this. No one's doing it like this. Everyone here has that benefit to learn. You're not going to have to rely on me forever. Everyone else is trying to keep you in their claws, in their grasp, right? This is me giving back. This is why this is a 50-50. We want to see a little dance right here. Give it a chance. This purple is important right here, especially because you have 556.24 right here, right? I'm gonna erase this. We all know what's happening. We know this is a 50-50 shot. Now that 50-50 will increase. Hold on, let me there. This 50-50 is gonna increase what we would. Let's say it breaks purple and dumps, then and you didn't get in, then you miss it. The safest entry for the break of this purple would be this. Okay. Jeez, why is that so loud? Okay. So this is your 50-50. We don't know. That's why this is highlighted. Your safest call, if you didn't get in yet, is going to be up here. Well, at this point, it's going to look like this. Like that. Somewhere up here is going to be your safest call. I'll do you one even better. All right, let it play. Let the market digest that. Now it's going to figure out where it wants to go. This is why I had the 50-50 drawn exactly right where I drew it. Exactly right where I drew it. Can't make it up. You can't make it up. You actually can't make it up. This candle has to close, not just break, but close. We didn't start the selling channel yet. It didn't start yet. This is a 50-50. This is on you, right? No one knows where the market's going to go right now. No one. But we know what it needs to look like if it does. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We might be forming another algo here. I'll let you know if it does. We might be forming another one. I'm not sure yet. But that's why, listen, this is too easy for us. Look at this flexion point here. Let me clean this up so you can see. Everyone sees what's going on here, right? Look at this. Look what happened exactly where I drew it. Come on. Come on. If you didn't get it on this flexion point, then you're waiting for the break, the retest, and the rejection. This is actually science. It's actually science. But you're contending with these key levels, right? So it's risky. And you know your best, the best you can do is here. And we're going to see if we're forming another algorithm here. We might be forming another algorithm. We want to see if this buying channel starts. It hasn't activated yet. Excuse me, selling channel. We want to see if the selling channel is activated. It has not activated as yet. We'll know when. It'll be very clear when it starts. And if it's not clear, I'm going to tell you. We need to get... I'd like to get below 5... I can't see. 555.99 in order for me to validate this selling channel. Come on. Come on. We might be forming another algorithm here. And this is why they're dynamic. You can't. They're dynamic. They're never static. Remember that. Come on, come on, come on, come on. A little more, a little more, a little more. I want to see a little bit more. A little bit more would be nice. A little more. A little more would be nice. Just a little more would be nice. We're contending with this level right here. With this key level. We're contending with it. Take profit when you can. Because there might be another algorithm forming. I think I see another algorithm forming. So if you took break of purple, you know, move your stops. Start moving your stops because there may be another algorithm forming. And if I stop you out, I'm sorry, but I want safety for you guys. We don't need to gamble. If you got something out of this, take your money. Take your money and run. We need to get below 555.80. What did I say? 555.90. I want to get below that. That'll make me feel some confidence. It's just dancing right here. Come on. Come on. Come on. If you took break of purple, you know, start tightening up your stop. Tighten up your stop. Tighten up the stop. Come on. Oh, it's so close. Was I 555? I think I said 90 before. 555. So, we need to get below this dotted line that I have right here. I want to get below this before this selling channel starts. I want to at least get below that. Like close below that. Come on. It wants to so bad. It wants to so bad. Okay, here we go. Come on, close. It refuses to close. Come on. Come on, this thing refuses to close. It's actually too easy. It's actually too easy. You can't make it up. If you're not convinced by now, there's nothing that's gonna convince you. If you're watching this in real time, me drawing what's gonna happen far in advance, it's not for you. This is not for you. There's no gimmick here. This is all done in real time, live. You can't make it up. This is science at this point for me. This is science. You think I'm worried about a loss? I don't even, the losses don't mean anything. The losses to me mean, now I know what's gonna happen next. It's a setup for my next play. And now I know well, when you get a little more advanced, now you know to double up on your contracts or triple up on your contracts. When you know exactly what's gonna happen next, it's easy. You can't make this up. From break of purple, which I said a long time ago, I even highlighted it. I highlighted break of purple. You can't mess this up. It's impossible. It's impossible to mess this up. You just can't, because it's highlighted, right? I told you where the long was. I drew it. I highlighted it. I told you where the short was. There's nothing more I can do past that. There's absolutely nothing more I can do. This is too easy. It's science. Best trader on the internet by far. It's not even close. It's not even close. There's no one competing. We know we're gonna meet heavy resistance. That's why I said a long time ago when I drew this shoulder here that you can only target to here. This is all you can hope for. If it goes past, all right, cool. Because now we need to get past. We need to get past 554.79. We need to get past that for the selling channel to continue. Take your profits. Base hits, they count. Base hits count. Phenomenal day. Absolutely phenomenal day. You couldn't ask for anything better. And you see why it was worth the wait this morning? Because teaching the lesson is the most value you can get out of this channel, out of this Discord, out of the community we started, is learning the lesson, understanding the strategy, and you're gonna adopt it on your own, right? You're gonna adopt it on your own. We already knew this was the best you can get right here. I called it since this shoulder to here. So that's why it's important. You don't only follow the drawing. You listen to what I'm saying. You listen to what I'm saying. Because we knew where the target was. We knew if you break purple, your target's here at best. We knew that. This is simple. Come on. There's no way you can lose. If you're taking losses, it's because you haven't taken this as a business. You're gambling. This isn't a business for you. You're gambling. There might be another algorithm forming. I'm not sure. I'm going to try to use this purple still. It might be another algorithm though. We might have another algorithm. Let's check higher time frame. This is tough. Okay. If you're on the 5 minute, this is what it needs to look like. That was so ugly. That was so... What the hell did I just draw? I like it to dig further down if it's on a higher time frame. I'll get to it. I'll get to it. But you knew where your up was, right? Over here on the higher time frame. Simple. Simple. Very simple. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Look at this money we're printing. It needs to have a strong candle down. If it look at oh my good. Did anyone just see what just happened? Come on. We need to have a strong candle down. We need to have a strong down candle. Not a wick. We don't want a wick. Multiple contracts, you're out when it breaks this magenta. Multiple contracts, you're out when it breaks this magenta right here. Single contracts, I got tied up in the 5 minute. My bad. My bad. This is actually too weak. Come on. I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. Okay, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. That was a good move. If you took break of purple, amazing move. Amazing move. And if it continues down from here, you made something, right? The easiest money you're ever gonna make in your life was right there. Multiple contracts, it's gonna be break of this magenta. Okay. Clean up this chart a bit. Clean up the chart. Look at the wins. Oh my goodness, these wins. Are you guys tired of winning yet? Let me clean up this chart. Everyone saw what happened here today. No smoke and mirrors. So we want to look for break of the green. Break of the green with this type of motion. I don't know how long it's going to be or when it's going to be, but this type of motion here, break of green, will be our signal for that. What we do know is that buying calls on the bottom of green is the thing for right now, but you can't get into it now. I just figured it out. So give it a second and I haven't confirmed the yellow. I have not confirmed the yellow, so give the yellow a second. I'm not sure about this yellow, but if we start seeing some dancing around green, all right, you know what to look for. I'm not sure about this yellow. If the yellow is a thing, man, I'm not a big fan of it. There are your scenarios, right? There's your up scenario and your down scenario. That's what it is. That's what it is right there. So you see this wedge forming in between green and yellow. If yellow's haven't confirmed. We'll go with what we got. We'll go with what we got. We'll go with what we know.
Rage on that beat, going crazy.
If you took break of purple, right? If you took the break of purple, expect some dancing underneath green. Expect some dancing underneath green if you took break of purple. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Look at this money we are printing. Look at the money. Look at the money we're printing. So when you see me draw this pattern, oh dang, I just moved it. Look at the money we're printing. This is too easy. Expect a little bounce underneath, right? So we're gonna form, if it's gonna continue, this is what I wanna see. Hold on, let me show you. I want to see a little dance in between here before it drops again. But break of purple, easy money. Easy money, break of purple. We're going to validate grit. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Or whoever you, oh my God. Look at the money we print every day. You can't make it up. You cannot make it up. It's impossible. If you're not convinced by now, this isn't for you. If proof right in front of your face is not enough, in real time live, I just put this arbitrary green line here. This green line, arbitrary. Hold on, it hasn't done a thing yet. So we're gonna see if we're doing we're testing to see if we have break, retest, reject. That's what we want to see. If it's gonna continue. Break of purple, you're in profit. Multiple contracts is out on break of magenta. That's how we just keep collecting money. You know the direction. You know what it needs to look like. This is too simple. It's too simple. Stop hunt maybe. Break of purple, good move. If you made the money on break of purple, good move. These are still into effect. These are still into effect. Because we're going to see if we 84% rule this, right? Everyone learned the 84% rule yesterday, the day before. We're seeing if this is playing out, right? So there's no trading inside of here. There's no trading inside of here. We have our criteria, right? Break, retest, reject off of magenta, preferably yellow. If I haven't confirmed yellow, but give it a second, we'll see. We've made plenty of money today. The money we made today, that's good money. That is good. Good, honest money. It's honest money. That's the best money you can get. Honest money, because you don't have to worry about anything. No scams, no gimmicks. Too simple. It's too easy. And this is why we don't have to chase anything. We don't have to chase anything. We allow the trades to come to us. We don't need to chase these trades because one of these things will happen. How do we know that? I've proven it the last few months. Every single day for the last few months. That's just what it is. This is the proof. If that's not enough proof for you, day trading isn't for you. I can tell you that. Because what matters is results. People can tell you and sell you and gimmick you into the ground. Results is what matters. And my live streams, my intraday analysis, my trading plans, all of them, 100%. 100%. And it's not because, I mean, eventually I'm going to get it wrong. Eventually it'll happen, right? It's impossible to get it right every single time, all the time. Eventually I'll get it wrong, but in the meantime, I'm going to enjoy this and I'm going to gloat just a little bit because it took me a lot of time and effort to get here. It took me a lot of time and effort to get here to know where the risk is. I know there's no trading right here. There's no trading in this. And I know it looks hectic, but I have the key levels highlighted. I have the key levels highlighted. And you see we're in this wedge. We're in this green and yellow wedge. Now, granted, I haven't confirmed yellow, but... Oh, look, you see it dance right off this yellow, too. I think this yellow might be a thing. I think this yellow might be a thing. Now, we're seeing if this is playing out for the down. That's what we're looking to see. And then... for the calls, we know the criteria, right? It's going to be somewhere up here on the break of this one. That's just what it is. And if it runs without us, it runs without us. But we have our setups. We know what it needs to look like. And if it shoots up right now, nothing you can do about it. We do know calls on green, right? I've been saying this. Calls on the bottom of green. Calls on the bottom of green. Calls on the bottom of green. But are we seeing weakness come in? That's why I have this right here. You see this? That's why I have this. We're seeing if this is playing out. If we're going to 84% rule on the break of this green. I'm going to try to clean up the chart just a bit because it's getting hectic. I think the OGs, I think we kind of understand what's happening. If it's a problem, you guys need to let me know. Like, hey, you got way too much going on the screen. It's hard for me to follow. And I will adjust accordingly. I will adjust accordingly. Let it play out. There's no rush. Let it all play out. I'm trying to see if this right here was a stop hunt. It looks very stop hunty. We know calls on bottom of green. We know this. So there's no trading here because it's too many. There's too many factors in each direction, right? So in one factor, you're wondering, is this going to play out? this right here. The other factor you're factoring is it going to be off of green? Off of green. We don't know yet. You know, we do see wicks coming in. We see wicks pointing in a direction. This is going to be 50-50 over here. $50 is over here. We don't know. We're going to see if we start a selling channel when we break green. This is what we're testing, 84% rule. .84% rule test right here. We're about to find out. I know you see what's happening. I know you see what's happening. I know you see what's happening. I am an expert. This is expert. Let's see if we dance inside between these two greens now. Look, break a purple. Break a purple. Look how much money you made break a purple. Come on now. Even if you want to break a green on the 84% rule, you're in profit. There's no way you're losing right now. It's absolutely impossible. Oh my goodness. Look at the money we're printing right now. Look at this money. It's happening right in front of you. You can't make it up. Look at the money. Look look what I drew. Look what I said would happen. Right? I can't. Okay, I should have done that, I guess. There's no way. You got to give me some grace here. I told you what to look for, what the pattern needs to look like. Look at this money we're printing. Oh no, I messed it up. Look at the money we are printing right now. This is, come on. Are you serious? Are you serious? Discord, come on now. Come on now, Discord. Look at this money. Every day we do this. Every single day. Every single day. This is too easy. I only have it highlighted green. I have the green highlighted for a reason, right? I had the magenta and the yellow highlighted for a reason. I told you what needed to happen. I drew what was going to happen very far. Look at this money. At least 20-30 minutes in advance, we knew what was going to happen. This is too easy. It's actually too easy. 30 minutes advance notice. If look at the money we're printing. Absolutely love it. And I'm so happy everyone's here with me to experience this, to see that your dream, whatever the hell dreams you got, I don't know, you guys probably got some weird dreams, but whatever you have in your mind, hopefully it's all good. Because as soon as you start to go evil in your mind with the money, it's all going to get taken away, I promise you. So I recommend you stay positive with this money and help people. But I hope you see that the dream is actually happening right in front of you. Everything you thought about day trading and the things that you hear about and what could happen for you and what happened to other people, this is it happening for you right now in front of your face. This is it. It doesn't get any better. Once you start doing, look at this money. Once you start doing multiple, look at the money we're printing. Once you start getting into multiple contracts, it takes time. Don't just start, you know, oh, look, this guy's drawing shit and I'm just going to follow. It takes time, right? This is not a get rich quick scheme. That's why I didn't draw the shoulder on this original one, because I wanted to show you how it should work. I wanted to show you the ideal, how it should work. This is easy. You know your dream is real. It's happening in front of you, but you can't get ahead of it. Give it time. Give it time. Paper trade. Learn this skill. Learn it. Trust me, if I could do it, you could do it. It's look at the money we're printing. Keep printing. Keep printing. Keep it up. And this is why I'm saying the algorithms are dynamic. And I told you there was one forming. I told you, look at this money. Look at the money. Keep going. Keep going. We're still in the selling channel. We're still in the selling channel. Break a green. I literally have it highlighted. It's impossible to lose. We haven't broken the selling channel. Single contracts. Look how much money the single contract make. Oh, this is simply look at this money we're printing. Look at the money. Look at it. You couldn't. And this is why you have to say no to evil. We're gonna meet resistance here, right? We know that. We know we're meeting resistance here. Tighten your stops. Single contracts, tighten your stops. Look at this wick. We don't know what's going to happen. We know we're going to meet resistance here or support, whatever. Tighten your stops. We're still in the selling. Look at the money we're printing. This is simply amazing. It's actually too easy. It's actually... Oh. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Single contracts, we're seeing a couple wicks forming at a serious support, resistance. I call it resistance if it's going in the direction, whatever. I know the proper term, trust me. But I'm saying it's resisting the direction we're going, and that's why I'm saying that. Normally, traditionally, resistance is at the top, support's at the bottom. I get it. I'm not a retard. But I'm saying it's resisting our direction, so now you know what I mean when I say resistance. It's resisting the... Come on. Keep... Oh, look at this. Look at this. Come on. I think we can get a little bit more out of it. I think we can get a little bit more out of it. You can't be greedy either. Break a purple. I have it highlighted. I have purple highlighted. I have green highlighted. I had the drawing. It's impossible to lose. If you're taking losses... talk with me after. I'll spend some time after this. Look at this one. I'll spend some time after the session and we can go over what the issue is. And a lot of it is just fear, right? It's fear. I get it. And if you're new to this whole system, this whole style of trading, and looking at some dude on the internet drawings on a line on a chart 30 minutes in advance and 20 minutes in advance, I look at the money. Look at this money. Come on now. If you're not used to that, I get it. There's fear, there's trepidation, there's pause for concern. I get it. But there's nothing more I can do than show you the proof in real life. There's absolutely nothing more I can do. This is real time, real life. We know where the risk is. And I'm so glad this morning happened where I took my time and I didn't go in on this one. Normally I would have. The Discord knows this is me all day. With the wicks over here. Normally I would have, but come on. I think we can get a little bit more out of this. We can get a little bit more out of this. A little bit more we can get. We're still in this. We're still in this. We can get a little bit more. We can get a little bit more. Move your stops to this magenta. Track this magenta. Even single contract. You got in on break of purple, perfect. You got on break of green, perfect. Move your stops to the. Look at this money. Look at the money. I'm glad everyone's here. I'm glad everyone's here. If we break this 554.79, this white line, the next target's gonna be this yellow. I believe the yellow to be a thing. So single contracts, take cut chalks on break of this just to get your base hit, get your secured win. When it breaks above, take your money. Look at the precision. Look at the precision. Look at the best trader on the internet. I don't care. I'm gonna say it because no one's doing it like this. No one is providing value like this. No one's teaching a lesson like this. Everyone knows. If you've been here for any amount of time, any reasonable amount of time, my students know what this means. They know what this means. This momentum candle. Everyone knew what that meant. They know when I draw what I call it, a little dipsy doodle. Whenever I draw the dipsy doodle, they know what that means. They know what it looks like, right? This is simple. It's actually simple. Trading does not have to be complicated, and it doesn't have to be scary. When you make this a business, you know losses are a part of it. Fortunately, we knock on wood, we haven't had any losses in quite a while, but it's gonna happen. And I don't want you guys to gather around with the pitchforks around me, because ain't nobody perfect, right? The fact that I've gone this long at 100% is luck. There's gonna be a loss somewhere, sometime. At some time, there's gonna be, it has to happen because it's not mathematically possible, and I believe in math. But when it does happen, we're gonna have stops. No big deal. Don't come in with the pitchforks. But you know what? It's not today. It's not gonna be today. Oh, yeah, we're best friends today. Look at this money. All right, start tightening up your stops. Take your base hits. I know we haven't broken this magenta yet, but tighten up your stops. Take your base hits. I think another purple may be forming. It hasn't formed yet. Whew, simply amazing. This is phenomenal. Phenomenal day. Again, every single day we do this. You guys know every day we do it. And I like the interaction. I'm encouraged when you guys type in this in the chat here. I'm encouraged. I like seeing it. Okay, Dave, I see your comment. Let me okay. What I'm gonna try to do is maybe zoom out. Because I think maybe if I zoom out a bit, everything becomes more clear. But in all actuality, it'll take time for you to get there. All of these algorithms are important. These algorithms are basically guiding our decisions, guiding our plan. And the algorithms are dynamic. I don't know when or how or where they're gonna happen, but I know I'm able to identify them. So if anything, if the screen, you see a lot of goddamn lines, I get it. I understand that completely. You might have to take into account the drawing, right? So if you remember, I drew something like this and then like that. I drew that a long time ago. Take into account the drawings and also take into account the highlighted algorithms. So you see this purple's highlighted, you see this green's highlighted, and you see this yellow's highlighted. So the yellow highlighted one was for the calls, right? We're not getting calls until above this yellow. The green was puts. Underneath this green is when we're getting the puts. Dave, I hope that kind of clears it up for you. I will try to do better. Because you made the comment, Dave, I'm going to formulate something to make it a little more simplistic. I don't know how to do that right now, but I'll work on it for sure, Dave. I got you, man. Don't worry. I got you. So try to pay attention to what I'm saying and don't just follow the random drawings. Pay attention to what I'm saying. That's the only thing I could say right now. Look at the money. Look at this money. Come on. So multiple contracts should be out on break of yellow. When we get back above yellow, multiple contracts, cut your chalks, take your profit. Single contracts should have been on the break of this magenta. You could have got a little more out of it, my bad. But we knew we were gonna meet resistance, support, whatever, at 554.79. We already knew that. We already knew that. We already knew that. I said that a long time ago. If you need to like write down some notes or something when I'm speaking, because I can. This is all done live, so I'm speaking as I'm seeing it. Look at this money. Oh goodness. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at this money. Look at the printing. We print money every day, every single day. Single contracts. Oh, you probably got stopped out on this green. That's fine. Multiple contracts is going to be this yellow technically, but don't be greedy. If you want to take money right now, take money right now. Look at the money. We're still in the selling channel. We're still in the selling channel. Look at this money. Incredible. All right, I'm gonna make another. I have to make another key level. I know it's really tight, but this key level here is consistent with the lower day. So we gotta see how we react to lower day. If the market wants to bounce off lower day, we're gonna see. And then it'll reactivate this yellow up here. If the lower day gets tagged and rejected, then now we're looking for yellow and magenta. I'm gonna clean this up. I'll put it back when it's necessary. Multiple contracts. Yeah. Just take your profit. Multiple contracts. Take your profit right now. If it runs, I'm sorry. We made money. I can't. I want to preserve your capital. That's what I'm trying to do. I don't want you to have the same risk tolerance that I have. Everyone has different risk tolerance. At this stage in the game, you should be taking base hits and building the account. That's what should be happening. So cut chalks, multiple contracts as well. I know it didn't touch yellow yet, but I want to see if we reject off of the lower day. If we reject and start building again, then we want to see. I'll draw it again. Like that. Oh wait, let me draw it again. Like that. These are your best entries for calls. It's gonna be up here. If it runs up right now, oh well. Your safest bet is gonna be somewhere over here. Okay? That's your safest bet. See how I told you to cut chalks at lower day, and if it just dumps from here, oh well, we don't have any setup to go off of. The calls are gonna be, I want to see back inside the green and then break, retest, reject off of a yellow. That's what the longs are gonna be. The short, Let's see. Or puts. Let's see. None of these have formed yet, so it's, yeah, see, we're going off this, yeah. Just let it play out. We're testing low a day. The easy thing to say right now with low a day is going to be, this is just the easy low hanging fruit, is going to be break, retest, reject. I like to get a little more, because I got a few more minutes here before I end the session. I like to get a little more in depth with this before I leave. I can't. All right, let me see. Okay, honestly, here are the two options for the down. Look at this. Hold on. I just missed it. So multiple contracts. I apologize. I was correct when I said wait till the break of this yellow, because look, it rejected right off the yellow. And possibly I cost you some profit, but I wanted to secure the money, so I'm not too upset with it. We made good money today. We made great money today. I don't even think this was a valid purple, if I'm honest. It wasn't, so I'm gonna move it. This was not a valid purple. Either way, it was just convenient. Okay, so let's look for the ideal setups. Let me see. For any further down, the safe bet. Oh, sorry. I like to see that. I would like to see that. If it just continues, then it continues. There's, you know, I would have to be active and engaged, and actually, let me correct this. Let me correct it. I'd like to see. I like to see that. That would be the ideal setup for the further down. If we get a really strong selling, then the ideal setup would be like that. This is ideal. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But your longs, you know, start looking for, or your call, sorry. For some reason I call longs calls and I call shorts puts, but I think somehow, somewhere they're connected. But you can go a long a put, by the way. Technically you could long a put. I don't know that this is, hold on. I'll clean it up for you guys so you know what to look for. Now, When this is gonna happen, I don't know. Right? It may happen over here. It may happen over here. I don't know when it's gonna happen, but this is what we want to look for. We want to see, you know, some. This is your 50-50, and then this is gonna be your 70-30, and then when it breaks above this yellow, look for the break, retest, reject. That's what this means. This right here means that. For your shorts, I want to see another green form. Let me see. Okay, I think I got it. So it's gonna be 50-50 pretty much all the way up this green, to be honest. Oh, look at the 5 minute. Look at the 5 minute. Look how perfect. If you use the 5 minute, look at this. Come on. Look at the 5 minute. You have to use all your time frames. Let's see if we're going to break green and continue. I'm going to redo this right here. We're going to do this and this. And then your indication. All right, I know it looks busy, right? So start looking for when this magenta breaks. When this magenta breaks, you need to start thinking about some type of upward trajectory. And then we're going to see if it builds inside of purple. Like this, I'm trying to project way in the future now. I'm going to clean this up. I'm going to clean this up. This is the master at work right here. So breaking this magenta, if it's breaking magenta and rejecting off a green, still inside this purple, that's a good sign for some upward push, right? This is a 50-50 here. Let me show you. So the up, you want to see it strong inside the purple, bounce and continue. For the down, right, you're looking for that. Okay? Look how perfect this 5 minute was. Look at the 5 minute. Look at the 5. You can't make it up. Absolutely perfect. I drew the flexion point here. So if you're new and you don't know what this means, is that your resistance is going to be up here, and you see how the cup is pointing down, or it's open towards the down. That means downward pressure, because we broke this algorithm right here. This is why we use multiple time frames. Also, look at your, come on now. Look at the trading plan. It bounced straight down to the key level that I have highlighted. It went up straight to this key level and went straight down inside the selling channel, inside the orange. It doesn't, what more could you ask for? If you're asking for more than that, then this isn't for you, because it's just not possible. There's no way. Remember what I told you, we want to break outside of this to see some different direction. This is easy. I'll extend it. This is actually, or I'll put this one back. Look at the, okay. So this magenta is going to be, whenever we break this magenta, that's your first indication that we may have some pullback coming in, right? It could just be a pullback. And then this will have to adjust, right? This is going to have to shift. This is all going to have to shift. I'm just showing you what it should look like when it does happen. Oh my goodness. 552. Simply amazing. Simply amazing. I have a few more minutes. Look, this magenta, that's going to be your guide. This magenta is going to be your guide. Okay. All right, I've highlighted key areas. You're not going long until we get somewhere above 556. That'll be your best bet. Your indication for calls is going to be break of this magenta. That's going to be your indication for calls. Okay? Simple. Don't even start thinking about it until we break this magenta. Don't even start thinking about it until we break magenta. Look at this money. Wow, look at this dump. I can't leave now. Now I gotta put my I'm gonna have to put a take profit, and I'm gonna have to tighten up my stop from here, and then keep feeding me because I have to get out of here. This is the end of my session. I have to get out of here, but today's been an absolutely phenomenal day. We did amazing work here today. I'm gonna stop by the Discord to see if anyone has any requests, remarks, gripes, complaints, and then look at this money. Look at this money. Simply amazing. But that will be happening. Hold on, let me set you guys up. Okay, so if we get back inside this green, right? If we break this magenta and get back inside the green, then you start thinking about going long, okay? You should start seeing these form. I don't know when they're gonna form, but I'm telling you what it needs to look like. Right? The more time goes on, the more this has to shift. The algorithms are dynamic. They're dynamic. And I'm trying to do this like very, 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 very far in advance. This is hours in advance. Okay? So that's your up scenario for your 5 minute. And also pay attention to the 5 minute. Don't sleep on it. Don't sleep on it. Okay, this has been the session. Discord, you're fully aware of what to expect. So on the 5 minute, it's going to be breaking of this blue. Breaking of this blue is going to be some indication to you. Look at the money that we're printing today. This is life-changing money. This is life-changing money. Okay, Discord. It's been my time. Or Discord and YouTube. It's been my time. I'm gonna jump in the Discord shortly. Give me 1 second. It's been a pleasure.